back and watch the session, right? So it will help them, it will motivate them. The next day, if it's time or whenever it's time for them for us to start a meeting, I believe most of them will join on time. And that's how we are going to handle some of the sessions. The most important sessions, or the, let me say, some of the sessions that we think you need it most, or other sessions, we are going to make sure that we will do that to ensure that at least people will place value on whatever meeting that we will be handling. Okay, so let me unmute. Um, so Iga 478, you've been unmuted. Mary Ohene Danso, you've been unmuted. Mary Richard, you've been unmuted. So in case you want to talk, I'll just mention your name. If you are accessible and available with a good opportunity to talk with us, you will. So far, Mary, I can see you on the line. How are things going so far? Can you
Okay,
hear me?
good afternoon. From my side, it's afternoon. I don't know from your side.
All right.
Yes,
Okay, we are
I'm
listening
hearing
to
from
you.
Kenya.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, we are with you.
And yes, I thank God for this platform. I thank for you for RoyalQ for the training. And I joined last year in November, and the journey it has not been that good because I've been floating loss in sport market. I have
Mhm.
two. Yeah, I've been floating loss with two assets, and then and futures. So I've been trading futures, and yeah, with my capitals, though it's not that much, and I'm earning even if it is $2, $3 in a day. I get like two or
Wow.
three, but I am progressing. Yes, I'm
Wow.
progressing well.
Wow. So
Yes,
for how long
yes.
have you joined the business?
I joined in November 2025. It's just how many months? Like 3 or 4 months.
Oh, wow. So looking at this journey
Yes,
so far, wait, since November 2020, that is almost 5 months now. How do you see the clarity?
yes.
Do you see that there is more future ahead of you, or you think it's journey that is not going to help you? How do you see it?
I see it as a good platform. It is a future. It is going to help me. I'm going to gain my financial freedom as I get a good capital and the skills. Yes, because
Okay.
I'm still learning as we yes.
So far with the skills, what are some of the things that you are still not getting it clear in terms of learning? What are some of the things that you don't still get it clear?
In technical analysis, the indicators, the fib, learned. I've been repeating it, but I still like the auto fib retracement.
Okay.
Yes, that one. And then okay, for Bollinger Bands, I've understood. For the stochastic RSI, I'm okay with it. Like just
Oh,
the only challenge I'm still having is the that one with autofib retracement, how to analyze it very well with the 50 line, the 60, and the 38 one.
wow. So can't you see that
Yes,
it's great privilege, because you see joining a business for less than 6 months, and you know FIB, you know Bollinger Band, you know some of the indicators that you can use them to analyze signals. How do you see it? How do you feel seeing having more knowledge about some of these things?
it's so much interesting, and I love it here.
Wow. That is something
Yes,
so interesting that I'm just excited this morning, because at least for someone to be in business for 6 months, and these are the common knowledge, these are some of the things that she really knows, and she feel like she's so engaged in some of those things. It's very good. So it simply
yes,
means if you get time to, or if you get opportunity to learn more, you are going to cover a lot of things within a space of a year.
yes, yes.
Wow. Now, on an aspect of the challenges that you've been facing, do you face challenge with the tutors when tutors teaches? Do you understand? How do you learn? How do you learn from the tutors, or you learn on your own, or how do you learn? Share with us.
I learn from the tutors, and right now, like the challenge with the time, right now I'm at work and
Yeah.
I get distracted in between. So I normally go to the YouTube channel if I miss a class, and I follow from the RoyalQ Revolution from the group, from the
Okay.
YouTube channel. So if I'm not able to attend this, I access the training from Zoom, from not from Zoom, from YouTube.
Okay. Okay, wow. That is
Yes.
great. That is great. And it sounds so interesting. And I think these are some of the ways that we should be learning. If in a case we got opportunity and or we miss an opportunity to learn from the live session, this is the best opportunity we can also use to do it. We can also use to learn. As in going to the YouTube channel, we watch the tutorials there or the videos there, then we pick out one or two important information that we think we need to help us grow. Wow. Mary, congratulations, and
Yes.
I'm very glad for this opportunity. And then also, I'm very glad that you are growing. I believe that with consistent effort, we shall all grow together. Okay. All
Thank you
right.
so
So,
much for also
may
teaching
I
me.
have? Okay. Good. Let me unmute Comfort. Comfort, if you are available and you can hear me out, how are you doing? Okay. So, I don't know if Comfort is not available. Um. Okay, so we still back to Iga. Iga, let us know. I'm sure Iga is a person that I know. Iga, if you can hear me out, Iga 47B, let's know you. Okay, Mary is on the line now. I think.
Comfort is ready. Comfort is ready. Comfort is ready.
Okay. Comfort.
Oh,
Let's
hi,
hear you out.
everybody. Yeah. I started my journey just last month. I was introduced just
Whoa,
like barely a month
wow.
ago. Yeah, so I wouldn't have much to tell for now. I'm still in the learning process. Um, so far I trade mostly on futures.
Okay.
It
By the way,
isn't.
are you a Ghanaian?
Yeah, I'm a Ghanaian.
Okay. Wow. Good. Proceed. So far, from your experience, I guess you've
Yeah,
been
I'm
in
a
the
Ghanaian.
business for only.
So
Mm-hmm. We are with you.
yeah, 4 weeks. Yes, yeah, 4 weeks. Just last month. Yeah,
Just
I think
last
middle
time.
of last month. Exactly a month now. Yeah, exactly
Okay.
a month now. So I have a lot to learn. Though I have a lot, so much to learn. But for now, I'm doing well so far. Um, my okay is the futures. I don't really get it. I
Okay.
know it's yeah, so I have issues there. But so far, we've been trading with futures, and that is what a
Okay.
little that I can
All right.
about
So
it.
so your challenge now is for the futures in general. You are trading, but you don't get it right.
Oh well, when I'm giving the shots, I'm able to set it
But actually, with the entire concept of futures trading, do
then
you get
trade.
it?
Yeah, stop loss. Yeah, that is where sometimes I have challenges where to. But I think I'm grasping it a little. So I think with time I'll be able to small. I'll be able to get it.
Okay.
But
So
but
today, if you are being graced to get opportunity to explain in detail what futures is all about and the detail a little detailed about futures trading, you'll be glad, right?
Yes, I don't know if I'll be able to tell it exactly, but yes, I know the process. I know what to do, and um, I know what to do to trade. That is all I can say about it.
Okay. So by the way, since you're a beginner, let me ask you: have you ever been liquidated before?
Liquidated like yesterday, for instance, what I traded, I lost a little. I had a negative figure. That was in stop loss. I think that was the
Okay.
first time. So yeah, so far I had a negative figure. I didn't get a profit. I made a loss. So I don't know if that is what you refer to liquidated, but I didn't all my money. just a little percentage of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So with the liquidation, it means you lose everything or what? If you
Okay,
say
yes. So basically, the term liquidation simply means that your funds has been exhausted out of the market and you are going to lose that money. So yes, and what leverage do you normally use?
usually use 2, 3.
Okay.
But
Okay.
with
By the way, who's your upline?
the one that I lost yesterday, we used I think 10 leverage, yeah.
Leverage.
Yeah, 10.
So you jump from 2, 3 to 10. That is
No, that was
interesting.
the different with stop loss. But the futures we usually use 2 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. By the way, who's your upline?
Mercy Amankwa.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's my very good.
Then there is
She's
Messi is doing good.
Mercy is really working, but
doing
she
very well.
herself
Yes,
is not here today.
she's good. She's very good. She has the
Yeah,
patience.
we
She's good.
know
Yeah,
that. We know.
yeah,
We know.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
happy
yeah.
you are with her. She's a
Yeah,
good leader.
I'm happy myself. I'm with her.
Wow. That is
I
awesome.
give her thumbs up. She's doing
All
very
right.
well. She's
Okay,
doing very well.
so we will, since this is a beginner session, we'll cross over to check out on futures when we talk of futures, then also leverage, then something bit about liquidation and then stop loss. Okay, in this session.
Oh,
Okay, so let me say Richmond, I've engaged you a little bit, but let me get back to you again. So Richmond, can you hear me out? Let me ask you to unmute. Okay, Rich.
Yeah, yes, please.
All right. So far, you've been trading on the futures markets,
Yeah.
and how do you see the progress? You've shared something small with us, though. How do you see the progress and the learning progress as well? The progress in both results and then learning progress. How do you see things?
Oh, okay. I would say the learning progress, how to set a trade, because our leader, Messi, taught us how to set the strategy. So for that one, I can do it. We can do it and set a trade. Just that I was with the lady who was speaking, Madam Comfort. I am in the group with her. And I think we lost some strategy that was shared about the stop loss, and I think just we wake up, we lost. So I think we are a bit we having challenges about it, but I have seen our leader has sent us message that we will have a meeting so that he will teach us about how to set some strategies. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, that's good. So
yeah.
so far, what about the aspect of analysis? I guess you've been here for 4 months or so, right?
No, I just 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just two
Okay.
weeks. Yeah, yeah. So for the analysis, I'm finding it difficult, but our leader wanted to teach us, but I think she was not feeling fine, so we haven't started that one yet. But so for me to do the analysis for that one, there I can't do it for myself now. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. That is good. That is good. And I believe it's a journey. So
yeah,
you have to take it step by step. Okay. Yes.
yeah.
So step
Okay,
by step. Yeah,
okay,
that is it. Okay, so
okay.
IGA 47B. If you can hear me out. So for today, what I'm going to do is that, or what we are going to do is simple. We are going to be engaging with the futures market. I'll take time to explain some of the realities about the futures market for you to understand the concept, right? So in order not to just trade, you may also grab certain realities about the futures market as well. Okay, so IGA 47B, I'll be very glad to hear you out. If you can hear me out, let me know. IGA 47B. Okay, maybe or let me try to unmute him
Maybe
or her.
he is at the office.
Yes.
He is in the
Yes.
office. He can't unmute.
Uh,
You can type eager. We will
Hello,
see your
sir.
message.
okay,
Hello,
okay.
hello,
She's
sir.
reading.
I'm sorry. The last speaker has just said it all. I'm a little bit busy. I'm using earpiece. Sorry, I'm with people. The,
Okay.
the business is really the best. I've been there for 5 months, but I was not taking the training seriously since I'm coupled with work. But this time around, I vowed to really follow up. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. That it's good. It's good. It's good to follow up and then we'll take it serious now. That's good. All right.
Thank.
Brother Ima, please let me add something to Iga. Iga, you can continue to mute yourself, but I'll just add this to it. Yeah, I know sometimes we are all occupied with so many things, but it's very good when we make time for the business because we invested our money in it. You understand? I believe the other speakers, you could see some were saying, oh, I am doing this. I went to YouTube. I checked this. It doesn't matter when you joined, but what matters is what you take seriously. If it's only RSI indicator you want to learn, master it and do it perfectly. If it's only this, just try and make time for the business. Out of the 24 hours, set aside a time that, oh, today, 1 hour for RoyalQ, 1 hour for technical analysis. If you have any challenges, you can reach out to your upline or any of the leaders on the groups. Because when we teach the members, we want to know if what we have taught, you guys understand it well. You understand? So it's good we get feedback from you. And I love today's session because Brother Ima has made it at least we can communicate with the participants in as much as they are not a lot here. It's still okay. At least the few people that we have, we can know that okay, majority are facing this issue. So thank you, Iga. All right, Brother Ima, thank you.
Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Thank you. I'll do. I'll certainly do.
Yes. So that is it. And there is a saying from the Holy Book, and I love quoting it. It said, "See a man diligent to his work." Okay. So the most important thing about our journey is to be diligent to your work. And it concerns to say that he shall stand before kings and queens. Mind you, whatever that you get with your hand, make sure that you do it with diligently. And that is what your crafts will deduct from you. You get it? So at a point in time, I always love to take everything that I'm doing serious. That is my skill set and my mindset. These are the two main important things that can help, that can keep you moving all the time. The skill that you've acquired. And the funny fact of life is, whatever skills you have, no one can take from you. Being it a good skills or a bad skills, if you know how to steal, no one can take it out from you. If you whatever you know how to do, you get it? And it wouldn't be so excited for you to know that all what you can do, if you know how to trade, and that is your skills, you'll be so excited. You get it? So make sure that that skill set that you have, you build it very well. And at a point in time, it can pay you forever. You get it? So I've always been saying that the opportunity that RoyalQ is offering us is lifetime opportunity. And since it's lifetime opportunity, we need to make sure that you take it serious. Then if you miss it once and for all. If you know you won't miss it, then make sure that you are making it something so important without compromising anything. Right. So for instance, let's talk about something brief about the futures market. And I would love it to be so engaging as well as we are doing today. So basically, about the futures market, since Comfort, Rich, and then Mary, I know most of the 8 participants that we have here. We have three leaders. Leader Saul is here with us. So now something brief about the futures market. So basically, when it comes to RoyalQ, we trade both on the spot and then also the futures market. The other side of the market, aside spot, is futures market. So spot market is normally for I would say it's a risk-free market. You get it? So the spot market is a risk-free market where an individual, a trader, can buy assets. The price goes up, he makes his profit. So let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. So for now, okay, good. So at a point in time, I'll get back, then we all collaborate again. Okay. So now, when it comes to the spot market, one thing that every trader would understand is that I just want to um give you a brief information about the spot market. Then we go on to the reality of trading on the futures market. Right. So the spot market is just like buying an asset, waiting for the price to rise, you make your profit. Now, entirely, the nature of the crypto market is such that the market goes up, it comes down, and we know of this. That if a trader will make profit on the spot market, you have to buy an asset, you wait for the price to go up, you make your profit. Or on RoyalQ, an interesting part is that what we've been applying is what we call the martingale or the dollar cost averaging. Okay. And the work of the dollar cost averaging is such that even if the market keeps going down and you have more capital to be buying more at a point in time, you'll be making your profit. So let's assume you bought something, the price was around $20. The price reduced from $20 to 19, from $19 to $18, from $18 to $15. If you have money, what you will do is that you won't buy all the price at $20, all the assets at $20, but you can divide the money into different portions where you'll be buying from $20. When the price goes below 20, you will buy part of it again. Then when the price goes below 19, you buy another part of it again. That is for the spot market. So let's look at the futures market. Now, I'm not rushing the lesson, just that I want to give you a brief case on the futures market and the reality about the futures market. So, since I can see that from this morning's conversation, most of you are trading on the futures market, but the only challenge is that you don't have entire or full understanding or concept about the futures market. So, the futures market, unlike the sports market where you are going to buy assets to trade, or you are going to buy asset to wait for the price to go up for you to make your profit. On the futures market, it's the idea of trading on the futures market is to sign up a contract. You've signed up what? A contract. Okay. And when we talk of a contract, you mean agreement between two or more people. Right. So when someone is trading on the futures market, the whole idea is simple. Is that I have the money or some money elsewhere. Maybe I have $10. This $10 is not enough. So I want more in addition to trade. Just like going to the bank. Now, mostly people go to the bank for loans. Now, before the bank will give you loan, sometimes you need to get what we call collateral. Now, collateral may comes in different forms. We may have property collateral or funds as collateral. So, in common terms, what we all know is the funds as what? As collateral. Where let's say you have 100,000, let's say $100 in your bank account. You want $500 as loaned money. Let me get back to see if any of you have ever acquired for a loan before. Well, if you mind to share that experience with us, no problem. Have any of us here ever applied for loan before? Let me know. If you mind, we are not many here. If you mind to share that experience with us, you can feel free. My people. Okay. All right. So let me get back again and then let's continue with the explanation on that. So now, basically, if I want $500 loan, my equity, which is the collateral amount, is what is $100, right? So when we say liquidation or leverage, let me start with leverage. So basically, when we say leverage, it simply means that my actual money is $100, but I want the company to give me 5x or 5 times of my capital, which is 5 times 100, okay, giving me 500, or 10x. So basically, the idea is that I have this money in my account. This is the money that I have, 100. But I can decide on the amount of money the bank should give me. Maybe the bank should give me 10 times of my capital, which is 10x. The bank should give me 5 times of my capital. The bank should give me 4 times of my capital. The bank should give me 15 times of my capital. Now, one interesting thing about this loan that you are going for is that any amount that you want to inquire, the bank will give you. Okay. But the higher the amount, the higher your loan, the higher your interest. Do you get it? The higher your loan, the higher your interest. So let's assume someone go for a loan with 10x, 10 times of his capital, that is 1,000. Okay. The person going for 5x of his capital, that is 500. And then the person going for 4x of his capital, that is 400. Then the person going for 5x of his capital, that is 15,000. So just compared, among these three people, let me know. Among these three people, who do you think is going to pay the highest interest rate? Isn't it the person with who went for 15x? So the person with the $15,000 would pay the highest interest. Do you get it? So when it comes to futures trading too, that is how it works. The higher the leverage, so the amount that you borrowed is what we terms as the leverage. So if it is 15x, it simply means that your leverage is 15x. So you may be familiar with some of these terms. Leverage, they will ask you, what leverage do you use? So let me get back again. Mercy, either Comfort or Mercy, one of them said they've been using 3x. They've been using 3x. So I'll get back again to everyone. Now let me unmute Comfort. If you can hear me out, is Comfort here? Okay. So Comfort, what leverage have you been using most? What leverage have you been using most?
Most of the time, like it's sub B mood, we use 2 or 3 in
No, I
sub
mean
mood.
the leverage. The leverage that
Leverage.
you've been using. Yeah.
Yeah, 3, 2 or 3.
Three, two or
Yeah,
three.
2 or 3.
Okay.
Sometimes
So
depends.
why do you use two or three?
we take it from our boss, our leader. When she say we should use 3, we use 3. When she say let's use 2, we use 2. So, but now it's meant that we are borrowing, right? We
Yes.
are lending more money from the from
Exchange.
the exchange. Yeah. So,
Okay.
but to
As
boost
to why
our
you as to why you use the two X, you don't know.
to boost our capital. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm saying that as to why you use the two X, you actually don't know, right?
Yeah, we okay. According to this one, we borrow. We have to like go in for more to boost the capital. We have to use extra money from the exchange. But maybe if there's any further explanation, you can let
Okay. All right. Let me ask another person too. So Rich, what leverage do you normally
us
use?
know.
Rich, what leverage
Okay,
do you normally use?
okay. Normally, I used to, because the time I started, my capital was low, so he wanted me to use two, so I used two x.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But as to why you use the two X, do you really know?
Yeah, because he said my capital is small, so I'm borrowing from the exchanger to trade. That's why I use two x to boost my capital.
Capital.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good, good. All right. So let me see. Okay. So Mary Richards. Mary is also here. So Mary, what leverage do you normally use?
Okay, I normally use five because
Five.
I asked risk 10 and I was liquidated. So I've been using five and two five. I mean, not two five, three and five.
Okay. So why do you use five or three?
It is part of my risk management, and also we're borrowing to boost our capital.
Okay.
Okay, I use it as my risk management because I don't want to be liquidated again.
Okay. Yes.
As you
Okay.
said, the interest, the more like people that way.
Yes. Yes. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is awesome. So now, interesting. So Ray, your question will come. Okay. Your question will come. Now that is good. So basically, the reason why we use leverage is this: leverage serves as a risk management tool. Aside we borrowing, it also serves as a risk management tool. Hmm? When I say leverage serves as a risk management tool, so let's assume, just as I said, someone who is going to borrow money at the bank, you know that if I borrow very high money, my interest will go very high. And then someone who also goes for the money in the bank without thinking of the interest he or she is going to pay. Between these two people, who think is going to take high? Who do you think is going to make a silly mistake? Or sorry, who do you think is going to make a mistake? Now, the person that is going to the bank to borrow money without thinking about why he is borrowing the money, all what he wants is the money. Do you get it? That would be a very big mistake for every individual in terms of financial advice to borrow money at the bank without thinking about the interest. So you need to sit up and then calculate the interest, why you should go for this money and why you should pay for this interest. Do you get it? Good. So when it comes to the futures trading tool, the leverage serves as a risk management tool, because if I use higher leverage, the next thing that can easily follow is I can make easy profits or easy losses. Do you get it? So if someone, let's assume someone go for 5x leverage and another person go for 15x leverage. The interesting part of it is that the person with the 5x leverage can easily get liquidated. Sorry, the person with the person with the 5x leverage 15x leverage can easily get liquidated. This person can easily get liquidated before this person having the 5x leverage. So if I have 5x and someone is having 15x, at the end of the day, this person having the 15x have two fates. One, either to make fast profits or fast losses. That is the reason why when it comes to the use of leverage, leaders will tell you that don't use high leverage. Do you get it? Why are they telling you don't use high leverage? They are telling you don't use high leverage because they want you to minimize your risk. Instead of going for high risk, since you're a beginner, it's good for you to go for low risk. Please, do you get it now? So the main reason why you are using the 5x, 2x, 3x is because of you are applying for low risk in the market, so that you can be able to do what you can be able to make profits without stress. When I say to be able to make profits without stress, simply means at least you can make profits whilst the losses will be less. The next thing that you also need to understand is that when it comes to the futures market, losses are part of the futures market. Interestingly, on part of every trader, being a trader does not mean that you should your trade will be in an absence of loss. No, but your profit should dominate your losses. That is when we say that you are a profitable trader. So honestly, you don't need to be like 60 years in business before you be a profitable trader. When you say someone is a profitable trader, someone whose profit dominates his losses. So being a trader is not the absence of running losses, but having making more profit as compared to your losses. So my dear friends, that is the concept of trading on the futures market. Sometimes you may lose, but when you lose, you should always count your profit margin as compared to your losses margin. Mind you, sometimes you can lose even with just one trade, and that one trade can cause you huge losses. But if in your preceding tradings you can be making profit to be recovering such trades, it simply means you are still on track. Do you get it? So now that is the idea of leveraging. But the next thing is liquidation. Let me know if any of you have any idea about what we mean by liquidation. When we say liquidation, let me see. All right. So when we say liquidation, let me see if Comfort. Do you have any idea about liquidation? Do you have any idea about liquidation?
I think earlier before we started the lectures, you did mention that it's a process where like you lose part of. That is all I can say.
Okay. Okay. So what about Mary? Do you have any knowledge about liquidation? Okay. Okay. So oh sorry. Um Mary, you've been asked on mute. So proceed.
Okay, yeah, and I have a knowledge because I have once been liquidated, and it is when you are the amount in your Binance exchange when the market has gone against you, and now the balance in your Binance exchange cannot buy more margins to continue trading for you. So that is when you will be liquidated.
Okay.
They will
That's
close the trade automatically for you.
good. Good. Okay, so Ray,
Yes.
can you share your experience about liquidation with us? Ray, can you share your experience about liquidation with us?
Okay, thank you, Nida. Okay, on my first time to trade on the futures, that was last year when RoyalQ introduces the futures market or futures trading. So, uh, to me, as a first time on using the like trading with the futures, I don't have the what's that the knowledge of capital management, even though like the leaders taught us about the capital management on the Zoom, but like I don't have the what's the word? Um, I forget the word.
Okay, proceed.
Uh, I don't have the patience. Okay, I don't have the patience uh to learn first, and then do the capital management and all that. So yeah, I started with $200 that time last year. So without using the capital management and with the margin calls, I use the double up method on the margin calls, and then my leverage I set the leverage on 10x. So that was my big fault at the time. So on the what happened next is that $200 was liquidated at the time. So then I stopped for sometimes, and then because I lost my $200, so I stopped for sometimes, and then I have to join the gym again to get more knowledge, especially to trade on the futures. So now I learn my lessons, I learn my mistakes. So I have to uh, yeah, use the capital management and some patience in order to reduce the risk on which is yeah.
Okay, okay, all right. That is good. Okay, that is good. So now let's learn more about liquidation. Okay, let's learn more about liquidation. So basically, when we talk of liquidation, now you see when you are trading on the futures market, okay, when you are trading on the futures market, let's assume you've set up your actual money in the futures account is $20. Okay, now you are using $20 to trade. Your position amount together, your leverage was, let's say, 10. So 10 times 20 is going to give you um how much? 200. Now, once this $20 gets exhausted out of the market, automatically you'll be liquidated. The system would end the contract. So once the contract ends, it simply means you have been liquidated. So when we say liquidation, it is the means where a contract ends by the exchange. So the exchange decide to close the trade on your behalf. In that case, this $20 is going to be taken by the exchange because you borrowed money, $200 from them, and you use this $20 as your collateral. Please, do you get it? So since you've used this $200 as your collateral, once the market is no longer going according to the direction or your favor, and still it keeps going beyond the setup capital, the exchange will now decide to close the trade by taking this money. Once they take your money, it simply means they've closed the trade, they've ended the contract, because they cannot lose their money that you borrowed. You borrowed the money to make profit, not to lose it. So the exchange wouldn't wait for you to lose the money. And that is how it works in banks. In bank, when you have money as collateral and you stop paying your loan, they have to freeze your account. Freezing the account simply means that they are taking that money to sort out the borrowed amount. Please, do you get it? So in that case, we say they've liquidated. Instead of we using the word freezing, we said they've liquidated your bank account or your money in your account. Your money has been liquidated. So once that money is taken out from your control, simply means that money has been what has been liquidated. But there is a difference between losing money on stop loss and then also losing to liquidation. Now let's look at the difference between the two. Basically, on stop loss ST, let's say you still have $20, but you set up a particular predetermined price. When I say the predetermined price, let's say you assume that when the market is going against me and I lose $5 of my capital, $5 of my capital, the trade should close automatic. So it simply means that based on your stop loss, you want to lose $5 out of your $20. But liquidation simply means the exchange is taking all the $20 because they've realized that the market is going against you too much and it's eating into their capital, their borrowed money, and therefore they have to liquidate or freeze the account to take their money. Do you get it? So there is a difference between a stop loss and then a liquidation. For stop loss, you are just losing part of this $20. But for liquidation, you are losing all these $20. So please, do you get the difference? Comfort, do you get it now? Comfort,
Yeah, yes, yes,
you,
yes,
you
I
get it
do.
now?
Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah, I
you.
do. Yeah, I
Okay.
do. So in this
All right.
case, it means you
Mhm.
have to restock your money in the exchange before you be able to continue with your trading, right?
Very good. Yes. So that is what happens in our futures market. So in that case, since that money that no longer belongs to you and it's not in your exchange again, you need to restock or reload your account before you can be able to trade.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
All right, you're welcome. Richmond, Rich. Hope you get it. Do you get the difference between the liquidation and then there's a stop loss now? Let me
Yeah.
unmute you. Rich,
Yes,
are you with
yes.
us?
Yeah. I meet you.
Good. So
Yeah.
that is a brief explanation of how trading works on the futures market. So once you look at profits, you should also anticipate the other side of it. Okay, because this is for futures market. The interesting thing about the futures market is it's profitable, yet it is an advanced market. Okay, the futures market is profitable, yet it's an advanced market. And maybe on our next session, another time, we take time to explain how traders trade on the futures market. It's just like a market that is like a battle. Everyone is fighting to make something out of the market. That is the reason why we have the long position and then short position. Because some traders are focusing on where.
But Ima, please, I think we've lost you. I don't know if you're still here. Hello, Brahima, please, can you hear me? I think Brother Ima's network has gone down. Let's just wait for him to reconnect. Okay, he left. So I'm opening the meeting so he can join. Okay, he's trying to join back again. So please, let's just exercise patience. Thank you.
All right. So sorry guys, I'm back. I guess the network. Okay, so that is it. So that is the difference between the futures and then the stop loss and then liquidation, and then also short and then long. position, right? So at the end of the day, it's good you understand some of these things. And once you understand, one thing is about the futures market is trading on the futures market is so interesting. It is easier and simple. But if you don't get the concept right or clear, sometimes when things goes against you, you may not feel comfortable again trading on the futures market. But trust me, that is the best market. Just like the sports market itself, they are all good. So as a beginner, the most important thing is not about the money that you make, but it's about getting the concept clear. The concept is very, very important. And once you understand the concept, how to make the money will be so easier. Do you get it? So that is a simple advice that I can give to each and every one of us here. That the most important thing is for us to learn to understand the concepts, how to trade, how it works, the reason why something is being done. The reason behind the thing is so important that if I understand the reason behind what I'm doing, that is what brings fun to the business. But if I don't understand the reasoning, all what I want is just the money, I would always feel bored when something goes wrong. But if I have clear conscience and clear or better understanding about the decision that I'm making and the outcome of my decision, I will always feel excited to make a good decision or to trade on any part of the market that I want to trade. Okay, so um, I don't know if any of you have got a question to ask. If you have any question to ask, Comfort, Mary, you've all been asked on mute. So Ray, then Richmond. If any of you have got question to ask, please you can ask.
Hello. Yeah, please.
Hello.
I want to ask. So when you trade on the spot market, that place you will not be liquidated. That's my question.
Okay. All right. So on the spot market, yes, the answer is no, you won't be liquidated. On the spot market, there is nothing called liquidation on the spot market. Okay. The spot market just follows the normal process of buying and selling. But the other side of the spot market is this. There is always what you call in trading, there is what you call floating profit and then also floating losses or loss. So if you are not in floating profit, you can be in floating loss. And what happens on the spot market is that if let's say I buy an asset and the price goes down, what do? I have to wait. So on the spot market, if you don't have the patience, both markets, both futures on spot, waiting is important. But on the spot market, if you don't have the patience to wait for a period of time, you may always not be happy trading. For instance, BTC was around 90K. That was 3 months, 2 or 3 months ago. Okay. So whoever bought BTC at 90K is in floating loss now. Why? Let me ask, why is that person in floating loss? Whoever bought BTC at 90K presently is in floating loss. The question is why. Let me know. Mary, do you know why? Can you share with us? Comfort, can you share the reason with us?
Yeah, I guess because now maybe the price has gone very low. So
Very good.
yeah.
Very good. So since the price has gone low, you realize that now the price which I bought at 90K is around 72K now. So until the price goes back to 72K, I'm still in losses. And all what I can do is to wait. That is all. That is all what happens on the spot market.
Okay.
So Richmond or Rich, if you ask, that is the answer.
But you can lose your capital, right? In the sports market, you won't be liquidated, but you can lose your capital.
Okay, so on the spot market, you don't necessarily lose the capital, but
Okay.
the capital depreciates.
Okay.
What happens to the capital is depreciation.
Okay.
Like you have $10, you bought the asset at 90K. Now the entire asset has reduced from 90K to 70K. So naturally, this $10 wouldn't be $10 in the account again. It can be maybe $5 or $4. But in an
Okay.
actual sense, you've not lost the money. Why? Because so far as the price will come up to 90K, when if only if you can wait for the price to return back to 90K, the money too would rise back to $10 and beyond profits.
Okay. All right.
You get it?
Thank you.
But if I
Yes.
decide to sell this to sell the price at 70K because I bought at 90 and I'm selling it at 70K, then that is when I'm going to lose. Simply,
Part
I'm
of
going
your
to
money.
lose. Yes, I'm going to lose $6 out of the 10.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this
Yes.
even in our traditional market it exists. Like I'm going to buy something. Let's say I bought a phone at maybe $100. Now I've used the phone for some time. The phone has depreciated in value. If I want to sell the phone, I'm no longer going to sell the phone at, let's say, $100 again, but rather at the exact depreciated price, maybe $80 or $40 or $50. But if
Yeah.
it is since we are trading, since cryptocurrencies are digital assets, they depreciate and appreciate in value. Please, do you get it? So
Yes.
if I can wait for the price to appreciate back, I'll make profit back with capital. Sorry, profit. I'll make my capital back with profit. But if I can't wait for the asset to appreciate and I still want to sell it based on the depreciation value, then I'm going to lose. Do you get it?
Yes. Yes.
Exactly. So that is what happens on the spot market.
Okay.
Okay. So let me know if any of you have got a question to ask. If there is any question, you can feel free to ask. Mind you, today is your day. Today is your day. So yes, from what we've discussed on sports and futures, if you have any question, you can ask. So Rich, Mary, and then Ray.
So, may I ask, can you set up maybe two trades since you don't know with the sports, two trades? Because if one is in the loss, you are waiting all this while you are not trading. It means, I mean, if it is in the low, I mean, low, the like it goes down and you are still waiting, it means then you won't sell. So is it possible maybe you can set up, if you have enough capital, you can divide it into maybe two and then you trade separately so that if this one is in the loss and you are waiting, you can be using this one to the other one to be trading alongside. Is there something like that in sports?
All right. Okay. So the answer is yes. That is if you have enough capital. One mistake
Okay.
a lot of traders does is that now I have, let's say, $50. You see, $50 is not enough in the first place. Do you get it? Even on one asset.
Okay.
So the mistake most beginners do is this: I have $50. I'll divide it into four. I'll trade $10 on each asset, $10 on each asset, $10 on each asset. No, that is not what we do. It is not
Okay.
proper risk management. But if you have enough capital, like the word we use, enough, it simply means I can invest more in this asset, more in this asset, and more in this asset too. In that case, if I am to invest in two or three or four assets, there is no problem. That is, if I have enough capital to do that, there is no problem. But in a case, if I don't have enough capital, let's say with $100, what do? There is what we call risk management. You know, not only must you be buying every asset, but sometimes even the asset that is in floating loss, okay, you can still be making profit on that particular asset. That is what we call the dollar cost averaging. Today it may not be part of our lesson, but I'm just giving a guideline or based on the question that you asked.
Okay.
So in that case, I don't need to invest in double assets, but I just need to invest in that single asset whilst I make profit on it. For instance, as we started, I explained something briefly about that. I said, if let's assume I bought the asset at I have $100. I bought the asset at $20. The original price was 20. So with 20, I was able to buy um let's say $30. Okay. Now the price
Mhm.
depreciated from $20 to $15. I still have $70 here. So I can still buy, let's say, $20 again. Okay, on the same asset. Now I have $50 remaining. The price depreciated from 15 to, let's say, $12. Now I choose to buy another $20. I have $30 remaining. The price depreciated from $12 to $9. Now I choose to buy another, let's say, $20. The price depreciated from $9 to $2. Now I choose to buy another $10. Now, in my case, this is it. I have $10. Sorry, my money was $100. The same asset, but I was able to compete the market to buy at different rates. Mind you, before the price will move from $2 to $20, it will first jump from $2 to $9 before it can move to $20. True or false?
It's true.
Very good. So with this $10 that I bought, I'll make profit on these $2 as it rise. Now with this $9, I'll make profit on this $20 as it rise. This one too, I'll make profit on this $12 as it rise. This one too the same until this particular asset, the price get back to this $20 for me to make back the profit on the $30. Do you get it? That is what in trading we call it dollar cost averaging.
Thank
You
you.
get it
Thank you.
right? Very
Yeah.
good. That is so on the sports market, that's how it works.
Okay.
Okay, so let me see if there is any other question. Okay, so I don't think there is any other question. Rich, Ray, Mary, Comfort just asked a question. So I believe that is all for today. I don't think there is any other question. I believe that is all for today. At least an hour and 30 minutes or 20 minutes here is enough. We've gained something good. I believe we've been able to learn something good this morning or afternoon. I believe we've been able to learn something good this morning or afternoon. All right. Okay, so we will end here for today, if God permits. Today is Tuesday, so there will be team building presentation on the WhatsApp platform. Yeah. Then, if God permits, tomorrow we shall meet in the morning. So this very time permits us to end. We shall meet again in the course of the day. All right. So I believe that is all for today. I wish you all the best and have a good day.
Thank you so much, Brother Ima. All right, you too. Have a blessed day.
All
God bless
right.
you all for coming. Bye.
Bye.